This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. And it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother shot there from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And we're going to be spotlighting a video on Lisa Cabrera's treasure channel. And it says, Great Resignation, which industries are hit the hardest? It's a nice little segment. We're not going to play the whole 7.5, just about a good 4 minutes of it, because she talks on some things that's very critical to what's happening right now with the whole economy, the loss of jobs, the collapse of the US dollar, the emerging economies of other countries, the introduction of AI and blockchain. You know, all these things have contributed to, for a lack of a better phrase, a resignation apocalypse. Okay. And we're at a point where you have more people are either one about to do their own thing. They still want to work, but they're going to do their own thing, or they're just like, the hell with it. I'm not going to work and collect with the government. So, I mean, we're at a very pivotal point in history with this. But we're going to play this video and let Lisa speak on some few things, and then we'll get some scripture.
Talking about the great resignation for quite some time, and it's far from over. 40% of tech workers out here right now are saying they are waiting for 2022 to come, and they plan to resign from their positions. So this is definitely something that is not going to be ending anytime soon. As you know, the Great Resignation is going to be a shock hitting some industries harder than others. About 40% of tech workers either have already left or plan to quit by 2022, according to a new survey. By now, you've already heard much about the Great Resignation. That is a period of massive job switching after more than a year of sheltering in place. What you might not know is that companies within certain industries are at great risk of an employee exodus. Companies in the computer and IT industries, as well as financial firms, should be poised for change. 40% and 24% of employees, respectively, from those industries have already quit or have plans to quit by 2022, according to a new survey published this week by resumebuilder.com. That's followed by 18% of employees in the healthcare industry and 16% of employees in the food and hospitality industry say they plan to leave. What's more, another 22% of 1,250 American employees who were surveyed in August 2021 were undecided about quitting their jobs, which means that there could be even more turnover to come. The key reason for employees cite for jumping ship: money. People aren't being paid enough. And that's something I've been talking about for some time. Among employees who plan to quit, 50% say their primary reason is better pay and benefits. Others want to explore new career opportunities, with 44% of workers interested in starting their own business. This number jumps to 70% for employees in the tech industry. Remote work continues to be draw for many. About 43% of workers say they'll quit to find jobs that don't require being in an office. So people are preferring working from home over working in an office. They don't want to go back to the office. As more workplaces shift back to in person, flexible work schedule, and the option to stay remote may help businesses retain talent. So, ladies and gentlemen, America is in a lot of trouble.
That's true. America is in a lot of trouble. You have, as I said before, a situation where people are just not feeling that this whole work environment and the way the economy is going. People see that this dollar is about to crash. People are tired of going to work, not getting paid, not being appreciated, got to worry about being me too'd and racial discrimination. And it's like you had a whole year to chill at home, not waste no gas, chill with your family. It's like that's what folks are trying to do. And you got all these people in the tech world that are quitting their jobs because they're the ones that do all the work for these companies. And you better believe they know what's going down. They know about the blockchain. They could set up their whole format and business with the new technology that's coming out. All right. I know a certain woman in the healthcare profession. I'm not going to say her name, but she said at the hospital that she works at, it's hard for them to keep nurses. And the majority of the nurses that work there are travel nurses. She said they're short staffed all the time. People are just leaving and just going to pursue something better, as Lisa said, that either one makes more money or is more convenient for them. And see, this is only going to further contribute to the decline of the American business and the American business model, or the old way of doing things. And let's read that again. It says Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. And it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinder cease. Right. We have a resignation apocalypse happening right in front of our eyes. Not to mention with this whole bad time, this whole bad bedtime story going around. Okay, people are getting forced to get juiced or quit their job. If folks are just like, fuck this, I'm gonna just quit and I'm gonna do my own thing, which is only further hurting businesses. And it says, because they are few and those that look out the windows be darkened. Because a lot of people don't have any hope to what's going on. They can't see how this thing is going to bounce back. They know that you can probably go into business for yourself. They know about gold and silver, and maybe they might know about blockchain and Bitcoin. I'm not sure. But a lot of people don't see any hope with what's coming because everything is falling at the same time and everything is contributing to an even worse employment and economical situation. And it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Right? Folks are just on a whole new way of thinking. Folks that are aware of what's happening, they're preparing their mind for not only when shit hits the fan, but they're preparing their mind for a new way of living, if you want to call it that, or a new economy, a new way of doing things, because they realize that the old way is becoming extinct. And it says that he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low. Okay, welcome to the collapse of Egypt. The old way of doing things in Egypt is done. It is completely done. And as I said, this resignation apocalypse is only helping only helping to hurt, or as they say, further exacerbate, I believe it is, the situation. Because it says that, I think it's hold on, let me find it real quick. Put this on pause. Ecclesiasticus, sometimes referred to as Sirach 7 and 15. It says, hate not laborious work, neither husbandry which the Most High hath ordained. It's natural for people to want to work. All right. It's when you go read the entire book of Ecclesiastes, I believe this what it said, that that's what the Most High put in us, to enjoy our work, or to do work and enjoy the fruits thereof. But we're living in an economy and in a time where you can work like a damn dog and still not have nothing. It's getting to the point where everybody is working and they got pockets with holes in it. I mean, that's literally what it is. Let's see, pocket. Let me put it on pause and find it real quick. All right, here we go. Deuteronomy 28 and 38. And it says, thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. It says, thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worm shall eat them. Okay. Not only is it talking about that, that's what literally happened during the time of our slavery, but it applies to the point that you now have not only just Jake, but you got all the other nations in this same predicament, because you have to remember Deuteronomy, what was it, like 30 and 7 said he will put all these curses on the enemies, on our enemies that hated us. So now you have a situation where you have a lot of people resigning because they're working like a dog and they have nothing to show for it. You got people putting in 50, 60, 70 hours a week, and they're still trying to figure out if they're going to have money at the end of the day to pay for food, or this month, will I pay the light bill or will I pay for food, or the car note and the light bill. They're always juggling something. This, and as Lisa said, this is still the beginning. As the scripture said, this is still the green tree. It really has not gotten as bad as it really can be, because it's going to get a whole lot worse. And with financial incentives decreasing, and financial incentives decreasing at jobs, and financial incentives increasing for not working are increasing, you're going to have a whole lot of people that just going to be like, fuck it, I can just stay home. Here in Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, okay, she's talking about giving people 500 more dollars in stimulus money. And there was another state, I forgot where it was, that was talking about giving people just $2,000 a month. Poor people, as they say, $2,000 a month just because they're poor. This is a hot mess. As the scripture says, a destruction to this place because it's laden with thick clay. So, with that being said, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. With that, I want to say shalom.